I don't believe in romance.
I mean, romance? Who needs that, right?
What is this? Shoujo looking ass? I don't do shoujo. The last one I watched was when I was 10, and it was literally this. I like Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen and all the mainstream shonen jump stuff. I probably won't like this. It's not my style. Oh, puppy, puppy. Okay. I'll give Skip and Loafer a shot, I guess.
10 hours later.
I love my friend so much. So, Skip and Loafer. Pretty good. Gets my stamp of approval, even if you don't usually watch these overly doki doki type things. Although, something about its wholesomeness feels more whole to me. It's not a typical romance, but what exactly is it? Let's review. Right here is your romance anime of this century. It's not even really a romance anime. Actually, it's not even an anime to me. It's like a masterpiece of art. It's more than art. It's like it transcends everything. Literally the greatest thing. Just grace your screen and So, before we begin, let's lay down the thesis. I'm pretty sure Skip and Loafer, or is it Skip to Loafer? I don't know, man. I watched this on Netflix and it's advertised as Skip and Loafer, so I'm pretty much convinced Skip and Loafer represents these three Greek concepts of love. Okay, first is philia, affectionate love. Philia is love without romantic attraction and occurs between friends and family members. It occurs when both people share the same values and respect each other. It's commonly referred to as brotherly love. Storge, familiar love, is the natural love that family members have for one another. Of all of the types of love, storge might be the easiest to understand. It is the type of love that parents feel toward their children and vice versa. Pragma, enduring love. Pragma is a love that is seen in many long-term marriages and friendships. It is built on commitment, endurance, companionship, and sharing similar hopes for the future, which includes things like building a family and putting down roots. I am very sorry you had to hear that, but I don't know, I make a pretty good British person, right? Okay, notice how a lot of these definitions lack any mention of romance. Pragma mentions marriage, sure, but it's the pure act of devotion that's given emphasis. You'll find that a lot of these definitions match Skip and Loafer exactly. Let's see. First, philia, love without romantic attraction. I think this one is shown through Shima and Mitsumi, actually. Like, their entire basis of interaction is through having compatible personalities coupled with an admiration toward each other. They're made for each other, and there doesn't have to be something more behind it. Storge. Mitsumi has the backing of her entire family to go to Tokyo and realize her dreams. She loves her family more than anything else, and that's all we can really say about it. It's admirable, for sure. Of course, there are bumps along the road, but in the end, this series starts because Mitsumi wanted to improve the life of her hometown, an inherently familial pursuit from the eldest kid. But the full saying is, blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb. Fumi is pretty much Mitsumi's ride or die at this point, and it's also a type of love we understand from the get-go. Fumi fills the role of childhood best friend easily, and we don't get a deeper dive into her character until pretty far in the manga, which I will not spoil because it is perfect. From the first phone call we are introduced to her with, it's understandable why she and Mitsumi have stuck with each other this long. They are found family. Lastly, Pragma. Sisterhood, baby! The main friend group of Mitsumi, Yuzuki, Mika, and Makoto shows a diverse bunch of people with completely different personalities come together and somehow, through trial and tribulation, They become friends who would do anything for each other. It's literally so cute. Arguably, this one is the most important to me because it shows a pragma so realistic and dynamic as a real-life friend group of this nature, and the idealistic hope of it. It's both realistic and idealistic. They have communication problems. Some of them pretty much disliked each other from the start. They drift apart when they change classes, but they also come back again. Their depiction of this love is so wholesome and real because it's so simple. Even with the complications, friendship is simply a desire to not be alone. The most human thing ever. And it's so crazy to me how I realized this from fictional characters, decidedly not actually human. We've established that there is no romance stuff in Skip and Loafer, but surely Shima and Mitsumi have something going on, right? I mean, it's literally advertised as a romance right here. Proof. That's right. It's pretty much advertised as this wholesome, cutesy rom-com shoujo, right? Right? So, when's the kiss scene between our ML and FL? But that's the thing. There is no kiss scene. Spoiler alert for the manga. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. There isn't one in the manga either. Because that isn't the point of it. I think the point is that, dude, if you aren't even a little bit in love with your friends, I don't know, man. You gotta admire them at least a little. To see the good in them the way a platonic crush would and understand that, yeah, I hope you find someone who loves you for this and this too. Because I do. I'm gonna read out one of my favorite posts over here. Oh, you think it's not love because we are only friends? You think this isn't love? Do I not miss her when she's gone? Is her smile not the thing that makes me happy? Do we not sit in silence together comfortably? Are we both not weird and honest and joyful with each other? Am I not proud of her as if she was my blood? Right now, she's on vacation and seeing her glowing with the sun makes me so happy for her. I'm sorry if you don't have something like that. A trust that's bone deep. A knowing that you can go for days without speaking and still pick up the place you left off. Knowing if you said help, she'd come running as fast as the wind. But it's love, you know? Found family always is. And the point is that Shima and Mitsumi can have this too. They already do. And this isn't even a malicious slight against the male lead Shima either, who is decidedly more experienced in romantic love. Nowhere is Mitsumi lauded as this unexpected heartbreaker. Nowhere is it ever Shima chasing Mitsumi, the unreachable girl boss. It's literally just them, liking each other's company, and wanting to stay friends as long as possible. Because if anything, the most important thing in this anime is friendship. As long as they say as that, I'm happy even without a kiss scene. Exhibit A. In media with romance, a tried and true method is oftentimes depicting the nerdy girl as this underdog that gets the popular handsome boy's attention, and a jealous counterpart to the nerdy girl is the popular girl, usually light-haired, has a million followers or something, and it's just that. She's just a rival. Beautiful. Unreachable. Hateable. We never get her side of the story. She's just a means to the plot. But in Skip and Loafer, everyone is the main character. Because I really like media where a normal person is just the main character. You see this in Mob Psycho 100 too. And like the character that even most closely fits this role of popular mean girl is Mika Egashira. But she is anything but hateable. She quickly distinguishes herself from that archetype. The anime takes as much time to flesh her out as much as Mitsumi sometimes, and it's literally heart-wrenching and heartwarming. She is a realistic depiction of a teen girl. And so is the beautiful blondie of our cast, Yuzuki. And so is the nerdy girl archetype role, Makoto. All of them display such multifaceted traits and dynamic character arcs that it seems so obvious that the author of the series understands and empathizes so well because of her own real-life relations. It's heartwarming. Girl would be like, so jealous, I'm gonna befriend her and kick her down. And then I actually become her bestie and I would do anything for her. Well, girlhood. Basically, I can everyone. And you should too. You probably do. There's not a single character I did not understand because everyone, even this guy, sometimes, especially this guy, and this guy, even him, we find every single one of these characters relatable. Watch it with this in mind and you'll see. Also, notice how this anime makes daily life seem so huge and important because Mitsumi sees everything in Tokyo and even her own life as something to make the most out of, directly at odds with Shima, who literally just goes through life drifting. Exhibit B. In different genres, the season finale would probably cap off with a bang, right? A fight against the season 1 baddie, an emotional reunion that gets the audience hopeful and wanting more, maybe even a cliffhanger. Even in the same genre, shoujos would probably end in a dramatic hug or a kiss if you're lucky, tearful conversations beside the sea, but not at the school. Skip and Loafers of Season 1 ends with a cultural festival. That's right, a cultural festival, which is something other anime put in as an afterthought or filler episode. It's just a means to an end. In Skip and Loafer, it is the end, and it's every bit as emotional and impactful. How did they do this? They got me so invested over something so normal. And that's exactly what it does amazingly. It shows us that these normal daily occurrences only happen once in your life and should be cherished accordingly. Today is the 12th of August 2023 at the time of recording, and there is nowhere else I would rather be, and I just cherish this moment fully. And this of course extends to the meetings we have with our friends as well. Even me talking with you now. Isn't it a miracle to be cherished? I believe in romance again now. At the start, I said I didn't. But now, it's just clearer to me that romance isn't just between lovers. Skip and Loafer breaks free from the romance genre by redefining what it means to love. That romance is rooted in friendship. That friendship isn't lesser from romance. And it's fine if you're forever alone because what matters is that you're kind to everyone. And that's what it means. That Skip and Loafer basically is the best romance anime ever! Sincerely, your loving Aishi.